However, it's your boy, Salisbury May, and Dricus does it again. It's just South Africans are both different. I don't know what to say, but yeah, that was a really good performance from Dricus. Probably his best performance. I just rewatched it for the second time, and the first time I was watching it is like, okay, Dricus just threw a lot to win, but I think as the more we watch it as time goes on, people are going to realize more how great of a performance that was from Dricus. I want to see what the punch stats were. I don't really remember seeing Strickland land that clean on Dricus too much. So I don't know how he got 128 strikes and landed. But we move on in life. But yeah, about the performance, that was just a great performance. Strickland is a very tough guy to beat. Probably one of the hardest guys to beat in striking. So the way you have to beat Strickland is to throw volume and not expect to land anything clean. And eventually, as you add more volume on, as you start throwing more volume, eventually you're gonna start landing clean. Then maybe you can break down Sean. And no one just beats Sean over 5 rounds. The way you beat Sean is either through a very close decision, or you knock him out. Or you can submit him if you Hamzat. But to beat him over 5 rounds of striking is just shows level of DDP. Strickland is still one of the best defensive strikers in the whole UFC. And yeah, it's just yeah. It's also near impossible to knock out Strickland unless you're Alex Pereira. But let's talk about the things DDP did in this fight. DDP obviously threw volume. It's not like Adesanya who tried to land clean punches against Strickland. That's not how he beat him. Dricus knows, okay, I'm going to throw, but I'm probably not going to hit him. But I'm building that pressure and I'm going to win the tit-for-tat battle, and then that's going to give me a decision. And Dricus also has a large variety of strikes, which I think is also is what you need to beat Strickland. You can't just beat him with punches. You have to have different types of kicks, different punch selection, and a wide variety of punch selection, which Dricus has. Dricus threw leg kicks. He threw leg kicks. He threw body kicks. He threw question mark kicks. Those question mark kicks to the head. Those head kick question mark kicks were very effective and caught Sean clean a few times. He threw spinning back kicks, and UFC 5 and you upgraded spinning back kicks. What else he threw? He sometimes threw oblique kicks. He threw not teep kicks, but like jump. I don't know. He kind of threw teep kicks. But yeah, that was just a great performance from Dricus. And Dricus is one of the mentally strongest. Also, another thing I want to mention. When I was watching the fight, I was really worried about Dricus gassing because Dricus was throwing a lot. Dricus gas tank is absolutely insane. It's just literally insane, Dricus gas tank. He's throwing so much. Dricus gas tank is insane. Because when I was watching the fight, Dricus was throwing so much, I thought that eventually Dricus was going to gas. And also, Strickland can pressure you backwards and just defend everything while using such low energy. So I thought Strickland was going to take the early rounds, like he was going to conserve his energy for the later rounds, but no, Dricus just scored on him. And yeah, I just got a volume strike to beat Strickland. You can't just think, okay, I'm going to try and land clean on Strickland. No, you got a volume strike and hit the arms, the shoulders, the leg kicks, everything, and eventually things are going to land, and then Strickland's defense will break down as he weighs down. Also, Dricus' defense was really good this fight. His guard was really good, and also he was parrying lots of Strickland's jabs. and he would parry a jab from Sean Strickland and then immediately quickly counter with like a leg kick or something like that. And next, Dricus Super C versus Hamza Chimaev. And I've never not picked against Dricus Super C because he is a South African. I'm joking because Dricus Super C is a very technical, great fighter, and he's gonna beat Hamza Chimaev's ass in South Africa. And I'll make a video on that further. Wei Zhang was Tatiana Suarez. Wei Zhang was just more athletic and beat Tatiana Suarez. It wasn't as boring as a women's MMA fight as it normally is. So hey, we gotta give it to that. We gotta give it that. I don't know. But yeah, Tatiana Suarez got absolutely fraud checked. Next, Justin Tafa versus Tyson Teixeira. Tyson Teixeira is gonna be an absolute problem in the heavyweight division. On the feet, he's probably the guy who gives Tom Aspinall the biggest problem. 6'7", and he's very good in these Dana White contender fights, so he's gonna be an absolute problem. Next, Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato. This is actually a very good fight. I don't know. Jimmy Crute's weird. He's autistic. His movements are very autistic, and he might have a bit of Down syndrome, but he's also able to slip punches and some things he looks really good, but then like I don't know, the way he's like, I don't know, he looks really good and bad at the same time. Like some things he can like slip punches and stuff and pull backs and stuff, and like, how's this like white boy, this fucking uncoordinated white guy doing this? But then he just, I don't know. But yeah, another draw for Crute. And yeah, also Jimmy Crute's built, maybe if his like legs weren't so fat, and he was just built a little bit different from God or something, then Jimmy Crute could actually be a very good fighter. But just like the way he's just like his legs are he's built very weird. Maybe he's inbred or some shit, I don't know. Some Australian shit, which like makes him able to like do these like slip punches and things like that, and do some things very good, but also like move retarded at the same time. It's very hard to explain. The only way you know is if you watch him. Next, Jake Matthews versus Francisco Prado. To be honest, I wasn't really watching this fight that much, but yeah, good for Jake Matthews. Jack Jenkins versus Gabriel Santos. I'm pretty sad about this. I made a video earlier that's saying Jack Jenkins is the only person in the featherweight division who would beat Ilia Topuria. I do think Jack Jenkins still gives Ilia Topuria problems, but Gabriel Santos is just the wrong matchup for him. I think if Gabriel Santos was an orthodox fighter, then that leg kick would be open and Jack Jenkins would be able to chop that leg. But Gabriel Santos was southpaw or some shit like that. And yeah. And Jack Jenkins landed a head kick and was doing pretty well in the first round, was getting landing body kicks, and you didn't really have much of a effective shot selection to break down Gabriel Santos in that fight. And then Jack Jenkins retardedly, I think in the second round or third round or something, he tries to grapple with Gabriel Santos, and then he just got submitted, man. So it's pretty sad, man. Jack Jenkins still can reach the top 15, top 10, but just he got given a bad matchup. Next, Tom Nolan versus Borshev. I wasn't really watching this fight. I don't know what I was doing during this fight. I think I was watching memes about how XXX Tentacion was cringe and stuff back in the day, but we didn't realize it or something like that, so I didn't really watch the fight. Well, I don't know, but yeah, it was actually one of the few glimpses of watching the fight. It was very entertaining. I don't know why I didn't watch it. Next, Wang Kong versus Bruno Brazil. Also, a fight which I only like watched the glimpses of. And Wang Kong looked good. So yeah. Next, Colby Thickness versus Alexander Topuria. Alexander Topuria wasn't like a crazy performance where he got where he schooled Colby Thickness like and looked absolutely dominated, but he still looked really good. His movement patterns are like similar to Ilya Topuria's, and yeah, he can carve the octagon and stuff, which is really good. And I do think Alexander Topuria is gonna be a top fighter in the bantamweight division. So yeah, I think imagine we get to Topuria versus Topuria. That's actually something possible. We could literally get two brothers fighting each other. So I don't know, if I was the UFC, I would try and get that fight to happen. Even though it'd probably be near to impossible. And also that suplex which Topuria did was absolutely nasty. That must hurt in the morning for Colby Thickness. Hopefully his neck is thick, because if it wasn't, then he could be paralyzed. So yeah. Then I'm kind of sad. I was trying to sleep. I was wake up until 1:30 because I'm a South African UFC fan, so obviously I want to get a little bit of sleep in between the fights. But then basically only woke up towards the end of this fight, Zurong versus Cody Steele, and yeah, kind of sad Kevin just lost. I'm also kind of sad that Anshul Jubilee lost. I at least want one Indian to do well in the UFC. But well, that stoppage was still kind of early and stuff. So yeah.